Hey everyone, it's Norm here from IMCARS, and today I'm going to give you a quick showroom update before we get to our main point of the video, which is talking a little bit about the differences between Ferrari on the right and Lamborghini on the left. So just quickly, we've got our 2015 California T here and a beautiful 2017 Huracan Spider. So I'm going to walk you through some of the differences of these two brands, talk a little bit about both of them, and get maybe quite in depth. But first, like I mentioned, I just wanted to do a quick showroom update for you guys since we got some pretty cool cars back in here. So we've got the Cayman S, which is actually sold, and we're actually just about to pull this car out and deliver it to a customer, or shipping, should I say. Got our Ferrari 575M. Got our 2017 GTR. This is also sold. Just waiting on, I think, some new brakes. That's going to get sent out to the States. E63 AMG. Not really sure. It's sold. It's been paid for over a month. But some customers just leave their cars here. This beautiful SL 550 just came in. We'll be doing a video on that soon. Our Z06. We should do a video on that as well. And, of course, our 2013 Bentley Flying Spur. Really nice example. And of course, just showing you the back end of the 2015 California and this beautiful Vorsteiner 2017 Lamborghini Huracan. So why don't we, we're gonna pull this Cayman out, like I mentioned, deliver it off to a shipping company, and then we'll come back in a jiffy and we'll tell you about some differences between the Lamborghini brand and the Ferrari brand. All right, firing up the Cayman. And we're gonna sneak it out between a GTR and a Ferrari. It's always tight moving cars in our showroom, but keeps me sharp, let me say that. And just like that, we are back, and we will commence with my video for you guys talking about some differences between the Lamborghini brand and the Ferrari brand. And I think in this particular case, we're gonna start with styling. Now, again, every car is different. There's gonna be, let's say better looking Ferraris than there is better looking Lamborghinis. But for the purpose of this video, we're gonna talk about, let's call it an entry-level Lamborghini, such as the Huracan, and an entry-level Ferrari, such as the California. And I think right off the bat, anyone looking at these two cars will agree that the Lamborghini has more aggressive styling. It's a better, I would just say it is a better looking car. It's a lot smaller. The Ferrari seems bulky if you actually look at the rear end compared to this. It fills out the space. Like, just look at how much space this takes up and then how much space this takes up. It's a bulkier car, which again, depending on your preference of what you actually want to get out of an exotic car, could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. But I think anyone would pretty well agree that the Lamborghini is far more aggressive, better looking, more stylish, and that is the front view of the two. Again, you can see this has a much lower profile, more aggressive, more sloped, more slanted than the Ferrari California. So this being the updated California T model, this is powered by the 3.9 liter twin turbo V8 that produces 552 horsepower, and it propels this car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3.6 seconds. But let me show you the engine of this Huracan here. Oh, yes, that's right. The engine is in the back, rather. And this particular car is powered by a 5.2 liter V10 that produces, in this particular one, 580 horsepower and propels it from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. So it does have a bigger motor. It is a V10, and it does actually have an option for a slightly higher output V10, which is even a little bit faster. So there's another difference between the Lamborghini Huracan and the Ferrari California. Has more power, bigger engine, also weight distribution. The California, as you can see, is here in the front, whereas the Huracan is in the back. The only Lamborghini that has an engine up front is the Urus, whereas there are a few different Ferrari models over time that have had it up in the front end, whereas Lamborghini has traditionally always been in the back. So that's another big difference between these two cars. And again, just showing you the profiles, even with the hood up, like this car, the California, looks much bulkier, bigger, like not as aggressive. And this hood is very aggressive, tiny, tight, and very fitting of what an exotic car should be. All right, so while these particular cars are both rear-wheel drive, this California, obviously rear-wheel drive, this Gallardo being the 580 variant is the two-wheel drive. I will say the Lamborghini is available as an all-wheel drive in the form of the 610-4, whereas Ferraris, very few of them are all-wheel drive. Lamborghinis, where most of them are actually all-wheel drive on the Lamborghini. So that is another big difference between the Ferrari and Lamborghini brands. Again, there's nothing wrong with rear-wheel drive, but I know a lot of guys do actually winter drive Lambos. So, you know, with good winter tires, I would obviously recommend the Lamborghini over the Ferrari, just for that extra added security. And next up, this isn't really a fair comparison because this car has been modified with a titanium exhaust system, but I think it's time that we start up both these cars just so you can hear how they both sound, and then you need to comment below which one you like better, because I think it's gonna be pretty obvious that there's a clear winner here. So now I want to talk a little bit about the interior of both of these cars. And we're going to start by getting in, where I'm now on board the Huracan. And I will say it's, I don't know what the right way to describe it is, tight. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm like 5'10", and my head is right here. So I have okay vision, but it's almost, I would say, borderline uncomfortable. Like, there's not a lot of space. I'm very tight. I don't have a lot of room for anything, really. I don't see any cup holders in this particular car. Actually, maybe that's a lie. Okay, cool. There is one cup holder, which is actually very nice to actually see in an exotic car. And nice that it hides into the dash like that. But it's a very tight car. So if you're a bigger guy, or you need a little bit more room for cargo, well, you can see how much cargo room you have. Absolutely nothing. So interior, very nice. Like, materials are nice, don't get me wrong, but a very tight place to be. And let's snap ourselves into the California now. And there we are in the California. And I will say this is, I'm going to say, a nicer car to be in. Like, nothing to do with materials or anything. The material differences are, I mean, they're pretty much the same. Everything's very high quality. There is a lot of nice carbon fiber in this, with the carbon fiber driving zone there especially. But I've got a lot more room. It's a lot more comfortable. There is back seats in the California T, which are very small, but let's just call them practical for storage purposes. And everything just feels more roomy. Like, I have a lot more room for my arms to stretch out. I'm a little bit, as you can hopefully tell, sat lower in the car, so I have more visibility here. A nice cup holder, which is nice to have there. A little bit of additional storage relative in comparison to the Huracan. And I don't know, I think I like the Cali T a little bit better. This screen is more practical and more usable than in the Huracan, but these kind of go back and forth depending on what the car you're looking at. They're either bad, really bad, terrible, or okay. And this one's just okay, but I think it is better than the Huracan. And that's kind of my impression of the interior differences between the Huracan and the California. All right, and finally, I just wanted to touch a little bit on price of these two cars. Obviously, again, every vehicle's different. If you were to take a little bit different Ferrari, such as a 458 or a 488, it is more expensive than the California and more comparable to the Huracan. But let's just say, again, for argument's sake, this car is about $300,000 and this California is about $200,000. So really, this is 33% more. And I think it's pretty clear that you get what you pay for. This is, a considerable amount more money relative to something like this. And I think you see what you're getting. You're getting a little bit more performance. You're getting a bigger engine. You're getting better styling, more aggressive interior, exterior, all that sort of thing. And this is a more sedate, more mature vehicle. Again, this would be a better comparison with a 458 or a 488, but we don't have one, so you're getting it with the California T. And that kind of brings me to the conclusion of this video, which is, which car should you buy? Well, really that comes down to your budget and what you're actually looking for. If you are looking for something more aggressive, that's better looking with better performance and screams, look at me, I think Lamborghini in general is the car for you. Now, if you want something that's a very mature exotic, easier to drive, easier to get in and out of, maybe you go on longer trips, so you either have passengers or need more cargo space, I think Ferrari California is the car for you. And again, maybe you don't want to spend 300 grand. Maybe you want to spend 150 and you want to get an earlier one of these, pre-turbo motor. I think in that case, the Ferrari California is the car for you. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit of a comparison video talking about Lamborghini versus Ferrari and some of the differences and which car I recommend you guys buy based on your own individual preferences. And with that, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and you can give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and make sure you check out our channel members and channel sponsors. Big thank you to them. If you're interested in joining as a channel member, you want to see your name up here or your website or business down in the video description, you can do so by clicking this join button right below this video right now. So with that, again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.